Friends, it's Terri Gaines, independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up. In this video tutorial, I'm going to share all the details to create this card where I use the Painted Illusions Designer Series paper. This is Stampin' Up's February 2026 product of the month. This paper is absolutely beautiful. It's got these bright designs on one side and then a beautiful background on the other side. You receive 12 sheets, which is going to be 3 each of these 4 double-sided prints. It coordinates with all of these exclusive colors. I am going to be using this print, a portion of this print, and I'm going to be using Darling Duckling, Flirty Flamingo, and Granny Apple Green for my cardstock colors, along with basic white. Now, the bundle I'm going to be using for this is called Fragrant Layers. It is a stamp set and dies bundled for 10% savings. The stamp set has 15 images. You've got some outline images and then some bold images that you can do two-step stamping with, and a nice variety of sentiments. There are 13 dies that you can do a lot with. They coordinate with the stamp set. I'm going to be using this die, and the 3 leaf dies. Now, I did some work ahead of time, and I'm going to give you all the details on what I did ahead of time. So I cut my card base already. It is basic white, 8.5 by 5.5. I scored it at 4 1/4. You can fold it in half. So that's my card base. I cut the designer series paper to size already. I cut it to 4 by 5 1/4. Now, my inspiration was a card sketch template. And I used a card sketch template in my Inking of You card sketch booklet. This booklet is a collection of 131 card sketches that I designed and drew a couple years ago, and for team events. And now it's a thank you gift for qualifying orders. So if you place a $75 order, select me as your demonstrator, I will mail you this booklet for with the 131 card sketches. So my inspiration was card sketch 18 in my booklet. So I printed this just so it's easier to look at this versus the whole booklet. So I already mentioned my designer series paper was cut to 4 by 5 1/4, and now it has a 1 by 5 1/4 strip. That is going to be basic white for my card, and then I texturized this ahead of time. I texturized that with the exposed brick embossing folder. I placed the strip in the folder, closed it, put my right stack up in my die cutting machine, and I texturized that. So I did that ahead of time. So I'm going to go ahead and assemble these pieces. So this paper is so beautiful. I actually love this Misty Moonlight side as well. So what I like to do is look at opposite corners. So I'm lifting it up so my adhesive doesn't touch. And if I look at opposite corners, I can visually see all 4 sides. So I'm going to look at each corner, and then I'm going to let my adhesive fall into place. Then I'm going to take and put adhesive on this strip. Now, with a card sketch template, you can add more layers. Like I could add more layers to this 1-inch strip to add some color behind it. I'm good with just putting the 1 piece on here. And it is a starting point. So this is a starting point. Now, this has a decorative image that's an oval. Your decorative image can be any size, any shape. The bow is optional. It can be a bow or a knot, or just not have it as on there at all. Now, once I got my card to this point, I decided that I was going to use this element for my decorative image. So my decorative image is larger, and that's works perfect. So the real reason I wanted to do this video tutorial is show you how all of this comes together. So what I did was I took this die and I measured it, and then I cut my paper 1/8 of an inch wider and taller. So I have about a 1/16 of an inch. But before I did that, I also thought, well, when I cut this out, this is going to be so thin. How am I going to adhere that? So I put adhesive sheet on the back of that. I'm going to give you all the details on how I did that. Stampin' Up! Sells these adhesive sheets. You get 12 of these in a package. They're 6 by 12 in size. I take the sheet out and I cut it to the size I cut my cardstock and cut my adhesive sheet to the very same size. So this is 6 inches by 11. So I cut a 1-inch strip off of here, and then I'll just tuck that into my adhesive sheet bag there and save that for another project. Now what I'm going to do is use my Simply Scoring tool. I'm using it for this wall. Anything that has a wall, especially a corner wall, I find very helpful when I'm putting adhesive sheets onto cardstock. When you look at the back of your adhesive sheet, you're going to have 3 different strips. Now let's see if I can get one of these started. They're about 2 inches. I only remove one of these backings. Then I'm going to push this into the corner. Adhesive is up, so I'm pushing that into the corner. Now I'm going to push this cardstock into that corner, up against that wall, and then let it fall into place. And then it's going to adhere to that adhesive. Then I can go back here, remove this other backing, bond that. Oops, I got a little crease, work that out. Take this backing off. Now, I definitely did not need a piece this large. I use white with adhesive sheet on the back all the time. I was okay cutting my piece this large. Now what I would do is go in here and cut this to size. So I would cut this to size, and now I have my adhesive on the back. Then I would hold this on, put this down on my die cutting machine, center it, put some Post-it notes on it, and run it through. Then you're going to get this. That's how I got this end result. So even though I'm not bringing out my cut and emboss machine, I wanted to give you all the details on how I cut that. So the next thing I did was I cut another piece of basic white, the very same size, and I texturized that with the exposed brick folder. So I put that in between the folder here, ran it through my cut and emboss machine, and I have it textured. I wanted the background to have a little bit of texture to it. So I've got those pieces created. With this die, I cut out the flowers the color I wanted them to be. So I cut one out with Flirty Flamingo. And then I cut a second one out with Darling Duckling. And that's going to give me the Flirty Flamingo flowers here and then the Darling Duckling there. And then I cut one each of these 3 dies out. Now, if you want to duplicate this card, what I also did was I saved the 3 inside pieces to those Darling Duckling flowers. We're going to use those as well. So now I believe we have everything explained and everything's ready to assemble. So the first thing I did was I'm going to bring in my silicone craft mat and place that down here. And I'm going to take the backing off of this die cut piece. This is the one that has the adhesive backing on it. Let's see if I can get that started. Usually it goes good until I start a video. There we go. I'm going to take that off. Now adhesive is up. I'm going to start by putting these leaves on. Now there are 2 leaves that are double. Now they're slightly different than each other, so they have a particular spot they go, and then you have the grouping of 3 leaves. I'm going to cut the tail off of the grouping of 3 leaves, not the tail, but the stem. And I'm going to put that one on first. This one, what you do is you just line it up so it directly lines up to cover that up. Now, adhesive, this has adhesive on, so it's sticking right to that white. So I don't have to put any additional adhesive on there. Now back to these other 2. You can probably see this one's got a little bit of a curve to it and a little bit of curve to it. That goes to the one up on the top, and the one that's a little bit straighter goes down here. So then what I'm going to do is take this and adhere that leaf, and then go over here, and I'm going to bring it a little bit closer to me. Let's see, I'm going to start with this point. It's easier to start with something that has an outline. There we go. So if I turn this over, you can see that it's adhering to the white, and I got a little bit of that green showing, but you know what? Only you and I can really see that. So now with these two, I only want the pink flowers here. So I'm going to cut these off. I'm going to go ahead and cut off these. So I just have these 3 flowers. So I'm going to dispose of that. I don't need that. And then it's easy to know where to cut because there is some lines that are die cut in there. It makes it really easy to cut that apart. So now this is going to go on here. So I'm going to bring it a little bit closer to me. And what I found, I want to make sure I'm still on camera, but I can see, I found it best to line it up for the centers of the flowers. So if you line this up and line the centers of the flowers up, then the rest falls into place. So if I line up the centers, the rest falls into place. Isn't that turning out pretty? Now, keeping this whole, I can then line up the centers again, but now I need to put adhesive on the back of these flowers because otherwise it will not adhere to this section and there's just way too much surface. I'm not going to worry about the leaves. It will adhere to this white piece. Now I'm going to line up the centers of these flowers, and if I line up the centers of those flowers, and then what I have is now I have that multicolor there. So that is how you get all of those pieces together. It's kind of like a puzzle. Now I'm going to put adhesive on the back of these flowers. And you can use whatever adhesive you're most comfortable using. I'm going to just use that. I'm not going to put adhesive on the greenery, just the back of the flowers. Now I'm going to line it up to this. I will tell you that the first card I made, I did put dimensionals behind the flowers. And then I will tell you why I did that. What I did was I put a dimensional behind the flowers. That was my way to keep the center of the flowers. Remember, I saved these. We're going to puzzle piece those back in. But then what I did when I created this card was I did not. I assembled it just like I'm doing right now, and I'll show you how I'm going to get those centers in. So we're going to assemble it like this. Now, what happens is I put my adhesive behind the flowers, but we still have that adhesive sheet around the border of this. So with adhesive sheet, it's best to go over it with a bone folder or your fingers to burnish things because you need it to really bond. It's touching and adhering slightly, but you burnish things so they bond better. So I'm just going to burnish over all of this, and that's how it's going to look. So you've got a little bit of depth in there because of the layering, and I'm going to adhere this before I put the centers of the flowers in. So I think what I'll do is I'm going to attach this with dimensionals, and I have a partial sheet left here. I tend to always use the centers first, or the center part, and then I start cutting away the edge. These are still usable pieces, so I can use those as well. And then take the backings off. And I'm just going to add this with dimensionals, give it a little bit of depth. So now I'm going to just kind of look at this and say, okay, I like my spacing on the top and bottom. I'm good with the spacing on this side, and I'm going to adhere that. So how I'm going to attach these is with liquid glue. This is the multi-purpose liquid glue, and I'm going to put a little dab of liquid glue in each one of these flower centers. You don't need a lot. Then I'm going to, you got to define or decide or identify is the right word I'm looking for, which one of these flowers go into which openings. So I do know that this is the larger flower, so the larger one's going to go there. This is kind of the medium one is going to go here, and that one is going to go here. So it's important that you have them right side up, and then you can use the putty on your, take your pick tool and place that in that opening and use the piercing part to push it down and get that into place. So I think, is that going to be right? Oh yeah, I got that one. That one was setting right already. It's like a little puzzle. You got to get it in the right spot. And I kind of look at these. I think this one rotates 180 degrees and goes this way. There we go. And push that down. Now I got the flowers to be, the centers of the flowers to be the, oops, that liquid glue. There we go. That moved around a little bit. There we go. Now what I want to do is add some little pearls, and I bet I forgot to bring the pearls over here. Or let's see. I thought I had them here earlier, and I don't know what I did with them. But envision that you can add the pearls. I think I put them away across the room. I tidied up before I started the video. So you can add pearls here, just like I did here. And I got a bit carried away. I got a bit carried away, but you can add a little pearl in there or leave it as it is. But that is how I puzzle piece that together. And for this card, I just used some different colors, but it was the same technique that I just shared with you. I hope you found this helpful on how I put this card together. In my previous video that I will link, I also had additional cards that I created using the bundle and this beautiful designer series paper. Reach out if you have any questions. Take care and happy creating.